some baseball. Yeah, some Pittsburgh Pirates baseball. As I like look over my lineup and look see who's on the bench. I mean, well, okay, this guy is not that great, so he's on the bench. This guy also not that bad, but not that great either, so he's on the bench. This guy, yeah, he's on the bench. I like how the green bars, like for some of these guys, like your durability 63, you're sitting the bench at this point for a day or two. Hopefully, I don't have to bring him in. He's the catcher. Um, I really was hoping this guy would be not, out of energy right now. Because I love Starling Marte, but 78 durability is not bad. But Clint, the Adam Frazier guy, yeah, he's not that bad either, but it's a little bit worrying to see them all down like that. So let's get the game started. It's one of those things where the Pirates, so far, I have somehow managed them into first place. I haven't played this team in a while, so yeah, yeah, it's kind of weird to do that, to be honest with you, because like this was like, okay, I needed something real quick to do a video on. 2 in the morning, perfect time to do a video, right? Be like, that's sarcasm, people. Also, perfect time to put Josh Bell in the outfield because he's just such a great defensive player. Again, I'm not trying to shit on Josh Bell, but he's really just a first baseman. Especially you look at the defense. Defense was just crap. Like he wasn't that good. So yeah, at least defensively. Obviously, offensively, I want him in the lineup. Um, yeah, that was weird. I like these retro uniforms they pick out for this game. Like 9 times out of 10 they really hit the home run with the retro uniforms for pretty much every team, which is really good. Especially like for some teams where it's like, yo, I didn't know they had those. And then like to put the Expos and I think they got both the uniforms in there. Like I don't know how many. I mean, I know the Nationals and the Expos like they obviously they're the same team, what just relocated and all that. But what I like is that they got. I wouldn't say all of the Expos uniforms into the Nationals thing, but they got so many of them. You know, so it's like it's a really cool addition in my opinion to be like, oh, we got the. When I mean so many of them, I really meant there's only like two, and I'm not sure about that, so I'm trying to like not say three, but I always kind of liked the Expos uniforms because they were so different, especially if you look at them late. They wore. I don't want to say clown outfit because that's too negative to me, but that's basically what they wore. And that's the only thing if you look at the old school like 70s and 80s uniforms you could really say is is with that. It's a little bit odd, but it works. Like it doesn't look straight up like a clown in a bad way, which is kind of something I have to say is like pretty awesome. Because like there's looking like a clown, like oh that's bad, that looks too bad, but the way they got the colors and things on the hat, it looks pretty cool. Anyways, that's just my little ramble on that. Yeah, I'm not exactly doing so good here. Just trying to, get through this day. Ah, shit. I gotta do so much crap. I gotta do laundry. I gotta worry about my teams. I don't know. I gotta do all that stuff. I gotta worry about food because, that's what you need for life. Thug life. Yeah, see, I kind of like taking some subbing in players because you're always like, who's gonna come in off the bench? Yeah, especially in the National League when you take the DH out of it. You know, I'll be like, yo, the, who's gonna come in off the bench? Because like, especially because I'm more of an American League person because I was just that's what I was brought up in. Like I root for the Red Sox. So that kind of makes a lot of, logical sense. I'm not like used to double switches. But yeah, like I don't mind doing National League franchises either. Obviously, this is one of them. But yeah. Right now we're just trying to I wonder what the hell is that noise. I should probably bring some stuff with me today. Oh, I've been up for a while now. Been waiting all these years to blow chunks as the Pirates because my skill is not that good right now. I gotta say, and that's me like in the most upbeat way possible, saying I suck for some reason. Like past couple of days, not even just like in terms of making videos, like, and I've been sleeping a lot. Like I'm basically trying to say I have no excuses for being a complete, moron in this game, and like, okay, that just happens, but you know, like when I mean that hit, where it's like just like a little floater, whatever. But you know what? Come on, I need to get. Be honest with you, I'm just probably gonna wind up simming to the end of this game because like especially if it gets bad, be like, fuck it. Sorry, I gotta get up. Oh come on, that was just, dang it. Especially because it's just like through the hole. That was not even the first baseman's fault. That was just like, come on. Nick Williams could kill me. Really, we just need an out at this point. It's the first inning. I might not even sim to the end at this point. But he needs an out. Like, he needs an out yesterday. Come on, man. Get that curveball over there. Oh, that's better. So, yeah, he didn't drop it. That's good. Great. This guy is bad news. Don't hit him. That's not a good thing. Not at this point. I mean, I always kind of thought Franco, like, I've heard not good things about him, but as in like he's just not a good player. At least not anymore. He used to be a top prospect. I know that, but I mean, he's not that bad. Or is he? I mean, I don't. I'm not a Phillies fan, so I can't like give a great opinion on him. Like, like everything I've heard from him, he's just like a power hitter that doesn't have a great amount of fly balls or anything like that. What I mean by that, I think is the best way to say it is that he doesn't get a lot of balls in the air. So when you're a power hitter and you don't get them in the air, they only go down to the ground. Yeah, as soon as I say he flies out to third. But anyways, my point is if you have a lot of power and you're slow and you hit a ball on the ground, it's useless. So I like him because the potential for being a great hitter, a great power hitter, is still there. But actually, getting the ball in the air is a whole nother story with him. And he's slow. Mikael Franco is just slow defensively too, so that doesn't help, especially at third. Like everything I heard again to say is like he's got cement shoes. Just very slow to move laterally. So if I hit a ball a little bit more to the left or right, I probably would have been better. But you know, can you dig it? You know, I don't know. So the Phillies, man, with paying for that Bryce Harper was kind of a double-edged sword, I guess. Like you got all that money locked up in one dude, which is not great because like it makes it tougher to like you know sign other players and like get good players. Yeah, of course my pitcher's gonna be right back on the mound. That's not good. I should probably finish this game out, like regardless of it makes it into a whole video. It's just one of those things where I'm like, shit. If I could just make it into like the fifth inning or whatever with the video, I'm good. He doesn't get anything out of that. Made some good contact with it though. To be honest, with you, I would normally put Sean Rodriguez batting seventh instead of eighth, but what you gonna do? Because I wanted, I don't know, I didn't. It was more of a mistake than me doing anything on purpose. Like, oh, I just pressed start and didn't realize I had the lineup a little bit off. And in this case, like, it's not a bad thing. It's like just like what? I don't want to look at the bullpen just because I wanted to make sure I actually have some bullpen guys. Hey, we're gonna get an out pretty quickly. That's always nice. Get a pretty quick out. Yeah. I don't know. I remember hearing this about Garrett Cole, right? This relates to the Pirates. That's why I'm talking about it. Garrett Cole literally was they were talking to him about the difference between basically the difference between the Astros and the Pirates. It was something it kind of ties into a few things that are going on in the game right now. In my game, the real world and some other stuff is that it's all about like pitch count, right? They want to make sure you throw the less amount of pitches, than you possibly can, right? So 3 pitches or less. With that's the Astros mentality. 3 pitches or less. And anyways, so he was at the Pirates, was that's where he started his career. They literally told him, we're like, oh, just throw 2 seamers and get it on the ground, throw a lot of sinkers, and it's like, and as much as I like that, because it's good to have one in your back pocket when you need it, it's not it's not a feasible strategy in the long term because it's like you get a lot of contact. Oh my god, that's like terrible for a pitcher in a way because it's like you wind up with 38 pitches in only the second inning or entering the third, really. Yeah, I mean that's just not good. But what are you gonna do? It also explains why the Pirates aren't a good team. So maybe they had a 20 inning game or something like that the last time, but I don't know. That was just a random rest thought I had. I don't know why I was saying that. Like I had no lead up to that. But what you gonna do? Just trying to not do that, but I wound up doing that anyways because I'm a fucking idiot. Philadelphia is 14 and a half games back. I don't know, man. I just don't know anymore. I'm probably gonna take a few pitches with this guy, Musgrove, because again he's a pitcher. He's not gonna hit very much, but yeah, you get 2 freebies right there. So now it's up to 23 pitches. Just trying to. Yeah, I mean this is gonna be a tough game because it's gonna be low scoring or something like that for that should have 3-0, but shit. I don't know. Just kind of mad that I didn't get anything out of Sean Rodriguez. Rodriguez. I said his name wrong. Damn it. Oh, shit. Hopefully the catcher makes a throwing error, which he doesn't. Which is, I mean, kind of good. I mean, for the Phillies at least. Ah, man, I'm just kind of killing myself late. This game is. This The one thing I like with baseball is you could do a lot with it, but right now I'm getting kind of. It's not even killed. It's like on the verge of being killed. Like I would like because you can't get into that first inning. Kind of sets me back. It's like a domino that fell. Oh, nice. Did have some pretty hard hit balls in that first inning though. In my half, where it was like shit. Uh, you know what? I'm gonna stop recording right now. Don't really have enough mood to go through this whole thing.